Like to pretend we're a horny little weirdo, huh? What? What are you talking about? Welcome to hell. Who's that little guy climbing up the tree?
I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
Look at him.
See?
Oh, I thought he was just going to, like...
It's George McFly looking at Lorraine.
What a creep. Being a creep. Do I have to press start? Oh, showtime. Oh, right.
I should have watched the movie to prep for this. Because I have a feeling there's going to be some plot elements.
I've never seen this movie.
Awesome.
I've never seen this movie, and you told me they made a game for it.
Yeah.
So I did some research.
I've seen the movie. I have not played the game.
I've seen... Whoa!
Yeah, no,
whoa!
he's peeping. I told you.
Game Boy Color, dog!
Whoa!
Oh, Leisure Suit Larry gonna break his neck. He's going head first. He's dead. He is absolutely dead. Smile on his face. Died doing what he loved.
That's a C1 fracture. He's gonna be paralyzed for the rest of his life.
For the rest of his life.
No, here we are. I believe is that Kevin Nealon in the movie?
Again, you're asking me questions I know nothing about. I don't know who the orange guy is there.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, wow. Big old bird.
So he goes to hell, right?
Sure.
He died. He's in hell now.
Happens to the best of us.
They do the sorting hat.
Welcome back to Watson James Don't Play. My name is Adam Sandler.
And I'm Steve Buscemi.
I was going to say, you're the guy from Grandma's Boy, right?
I can do it.
I don't know his name. What's his name? What's the actor's name?
Nick Swartzen?
No, Adam Sandler's buddy that's always in his movies. He's the main character of Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
He's not the one.
Graybush, that's his name.
Yes, it's Graybush. He's not the one that turned right wing. The guy who played Dante turned right wing.
Right, he went far right. Hello, Nicky.
And that's
Hey, Jimmy.
That's the guy with the nipple rings from The Waterboy. Remember him?
Kind of. A little bit.
This video though. You remember?
You remember.
Anyway, so
this is a whole game. Look at this.
Well, it's a whole movie, so they have all these characters that they gotta put in here.
Sure.
There's the devil. That's your dad. You know.
That's the what's his name? What's the actor's name?
I see. That's what I'm not remembering. I'm only remembering. So that's your two brothers.
It's just two brothers.
And they don't
in hell.
They don't like you because you're Little Nicky, right?
Right.
And you're an Adam Sandler character, so you're super annoying.
Look at creepy little Adam Sandler guy in his little yellow jacket.
If this follows the basic plot of the movie, the boys, the two brothers, will escape from hell.
Sure.
And cause a bunch of havoc. And meanwhile, your dad is getting weaker and weaker in hell. And so you've got to try to save the day and go collect your brothers and bring them back to hell.
Oh, so it's a classic Keep Hell Alive movie, right?
Keep hell from spilling over.
Yeah, I got you. Keep hell in hell, keep earth on earth, and keep heaven in heaven.
I forget why
the plot of Dogma.
Your brothers being on earth like harms the devil, but throughout the movie the devil is like literally like losing body parts and stuff, like falling apart. You know?
Interesting. I'm bummed I didn't see the movie.
Have you seen the flask bit where they have like a little flask and it looks like just like a hip flask and they trick each other into drinking from it?
No.
And that's what like traps and sucks you in like a genie in a bottle.
It was the trailers for this movie for Little Nicky were so unappealing to me.
Look, it's a terrible movie. It feels like, you know what it feels like when you're watching it? It feels like they had a really good time making it. So there is a certain amount of fun to the movie.
Okay, sure.
Because it's got, you've got like appearances by Dana Carvey.
Real quick, does he walk around like this?
Yeah, he has a stupid little walk and like, yeah.
Okay.
He sleeps on top of a radiator because he's used to the temperature of hell.
Oh, sure.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
But it really does feel like the several Adam Sandler movies before this were kind of all the best bits.
Right.
And then this movie, it was just like, what else do we got? Do we have some more funny bits to do? And they're like, kinda.
Was there an Earth simulator in the movie?
Earth simulator?
We're in the Earth simulator right now.
I don't recall.
We're being trained to be on Earth. More warmth will make you more powerful. Okay, that's what you're talking about with the radiator. He wanted to be hot all the time.
Right, he's hot all the time. Yeah. He loves Popeye's chicken, so that'll probably be your health pickup.
Oh, awesome.
Chicken.
All right, perfect. Wonderful. Chickens. Several chickens. And now I can move fast. Does he go fast in the movie once he's hot?
I don't know if it's that one-to-one, but you're getting the idea.
I get the gist of it.
Yeah, go hop around for a while.
All right, cool. Oh, more Earth simulator.
So anyway, yeah, that's Little Nicky.
Little Nick, and this is the game on Game Boy Color. Hilarious.
Avoid the avoid the traffic.
Got it. Yeah, of course. I avoid traffic now. Look at the little demon guy cranking. Oh, they have little fake cars.
You know what I was playing the other night?
Oh my god.
I like the little crash test dummies riding them.
Oh, a lot of love went into this game. A team of like 8 dudes were like, we gotta.
Somebody had some fun with
this. This is our big moment.
They had some fun. Just all the animations on his walk cycle with his bangs moving with him and stuff. Like, yeah, they were like, we've seen this movie.
Well, that's the cool thing about exclusive handheld games is that they only have so much to work with on the Game Boy Color. They don't have to port it to 9 other handhelds.
That's true.
They can make it for a Game Boy Color.
Yeah, optimize it.
Doesn't make it mean it's a good game. It means it's made for Game Boy Color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is exactly what Earth is like, by the way.
Green walls, wooden planks everywhere, taxi cabs on chains.
Riding by on their hooks. That old chestnut.
Normal shit.
Chickens building.
On fire chickens building.
I guess they didn't get the rights to Popeyes.
No, of course not.
But it's a pretty obvious like license deal in the movie. Like he looks down and it's literally like a commercial for a 3-piece.
That's awesome. Oh man, Popeye sounds good.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's some fun with it. You could tell they had some fun. And I don't want to disparage anybody who likes this. I'm sure there's plenty of people who loved this movie growing up. I think we were just a little older than the target audience whenever it came out, so we never really latched onto this one. But we like, Waterboy.
Yeah, of course.
And we like Happy Gilmore and stuff. They're doing Happy Gilmore 2.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Netflix will just give them a buttload of money.
Right. I liked Adam Sandler movie. The one that I enjoyed that was on Netflix was, what's it called? Halloween Howie or something like that?
Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Halloween. I thought it was fun. I liked it.
Keenan's in it.
Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's mellowed a little bit. It's a little less in your face. Like there for a while.
Sure, yeah.
Like it was Jack and Jill and That's My Boy and all those I felt like they were really loud movies.
That's right. Adam Sandler dresses like a woman in this one.
And gets super loud with the voice.
Very loud.
And you're like, all right, I get that.
Very loud, very offensive.
Not for me, but I get it.
Sure.
And now I feel like his movies have chilled out a little bit. Like he's on a boat with Jennifer Aniston now,
Is this the flask? I found a flask.
Bro, probs.
Probably. Harvey Keitel.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
It clicked.
Thank
it clicked in my mind. I've never seen the movie. I
wanted
know.
to say Duvall. Robert Duvall.
Harvey Duvall.
But it's Keitel.
I was lucky to get off with just the head boobs, right? Could have been much worse.
Those are boobs on his head.
Okay.
You see them?
Yeah.
You can see them.
Is that his punishment?
In the movie, they're pretty good.
That's his hell punishment?
They do a few callback bits with the boobs on his head.
You'll be pleasantly surprised by what happens next then. Because they do callback bits to that bit in the game, too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's barely a game. It's a platformer. It's one button. It's a D-pad. You're just running around being Little Nicky.
And that's really what the movie is he's just running around experiencing Earth for the first... It's a fish out of water, kind of coming-of-age story.
Large rats, electricity everywhere.
He's trying to make his dad proud. Who doesn't want to make their dad proud, Rats in the Cellar is this one. Even though it's clearly not a cellar.
Better than Rats in the Walls. Might be an homage to Rats in the Walls.
They're in the walls.
They're in the walls. What's in the walls? My strong desire to be as racist as possible in my writings. Talking about H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, those Rats in the Walls.
Those
I was
Rats in the
thinking
Walls.
of 1922, the Stephen King Rats in the Walls story.
Probably.
They did a. I think they did
probably some inspiration there.
They did a Netflix adaptation, I believe. Of I think it's just called 1922.
Right.
It's pretty good. Guy's haunted in this old farmhouse, and he hears rats and stuff.
When I was a kid, I was a little more patient with authors that were really shitty people. I'd been like, well, you know what? It's just it's they're shitty, but I can enjoy their work. The older I get, the less tolerable I am of shitty authors, just because I liked the original work. How do you feel about that? Is that getting easier for you to hate them? It's easier the older I get to hate H.P. Lovecraft because he was a huge piece of shit.
I feel less of a need to, and I'm not even talking about H.P. Lovecraft specifically, but I feel less of a need overall to defend the things I like.
Sure. I like that.
Where I'm like, yeah, okay, I enjoyed whatever, piece of work you want to name. And then later I found out this horrible thing about the person who made it or the, whatever. Okay, I'll move on to another thing. I don't feel bad about enjoying it before. I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I just kind of move on.
Yeah, I don't stick to it.
Because I don't really want to platform bad people or, make light of bad things that really do matter just for some stupid thing I like.
Yeah, growth is good. But yeah, as I move on from the Lovecraftian world, I try to find better monsters to latch onto, and I mean like actual monsters in media. I'm trying to think of any good monster movies that have come out recently.
Recent monster movies? Very recently, they just did another Predator movie. It's an animated
Yeah, that was
movie,
cool. I watched it.
I haven't watched that yet.
That was great.
Oh, see? There's less of them there than ever. Now
I
it's
see.
just like a head in hand.
I keep getting hit by the subway.
Well, you got a time limit on this. Your dad's falling apart.
Apparently. I'm a head and a hand. Nicky. You're letting me down.
Nicky, come on.
It says watch out for that, and then I don't watch out for that.
And then you immediately don't watch out.
All right, so I have to get... What's the goal here?
Jump over it.
Listen. And then we duck. I see.
You gotta jump over the...
We have to duck underneath the subway.
And then, when you get the cracks,
I understand.
Let the subway go by. This is about how it goes in the movie, too, by the way.
Oh, really?
He gets hit immediately, like 10 times. Because it's like Elf, when he shows up in New York for the first time.
Yeah.
Same thing, but he's a devil.
It's not free gum. It's not free candy. Leave the gum where it is.
Mm-hmm.
There was a movie come out several years ago on Netflix called The Ritual. There was a cool monster in that one.
What's the vibe of the movie? Like, what kind of... Is it like a supernatural movie, an alien movie? Like, what is it?
These 4 guys, they go on this hike in honor of a friend that passed away, right?
Okay.
The 4 friends come to terms with the event, and what the friend got killed in like a mugging in a gas station.
Oh, okay.
And one of the guys could have saved his buddy if he wasn't a coward. All the while, they're being haunted by this, unknowable, impossible creature out in the middle of the woods in Europe somewhere. It's pretty cool. It's on Netflix. It's great.
Okay.
One of those Netflix original flicks.
There's a few more contemporary movies that I go to whenever I want monsters, but usually if I'm in the mood for like a good monster movie, I go either extreme and go way back to like the beginning of movies and go to like one of those 30s monster movies.
Sure.
Or something really gory from like the 70s or 80s.
I love the gore.
I love the silly, like, corn syrupy blood and rubber appendages and all that stuff.
I like the 80s gore specifically. I like the gratuitous nudity. It's funny to me. It's not like...
It's so absurd that it's
just ridiculous.
Yeah.
What was the movie? Jeez, I'm trying to think of it. It's a zombie movie. There's a zombie in a barrel in the beginning of it.
It's Return of the Living Dead.
That's the one. That's my go-to.
I know it because you just said that about nudity, and I was like, well, she is naked for a good portion of that movie.
A better portion of the movie.
I believe that's Linnea Quigley.
Why not?
I believe it's that actress. She had her own workout video, but it was horror themed because she was in so many horror movies.
That's funny.
It's a good time. Like, see, she knew what she was doing. She was, you know what I mean, not being exploited.
Right. Only got one little sliver of health left.
Can you not fuck this up? I'd like to see some of the actual game before the episode's over.
Go quick! Oh, I thought I was in the crack. I'm gonna let you play next. Game over. Shit. Start over. 2000 new line Ubisoft. Damn. Cold-blooded.
All right, so tell me about some of your favorite old monsters. Like, are you a Wolfman guy? Are you a Dracula guy? You're a Wolfman guy.
I'm a Wolfman guy. We've discussed that a little bit. But there aren't many good werewolf movies.
But that's what we always run into. I just bought Wolf with Jack Nicholson on DVD not that long ago.
I like that movie because just my experience with Jack Nicholson. Yeah, right. My experience with Jack Nicholson's Wolf is that I'm not entirely sure if he's actually turning into a werewolf. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's sometimes
it feels like, all right, maybe he's just kind of losing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just kind of cracking a little bit. For me, anyway, I'm not quite sure if he's actually a werewolf. That's how it feels in the movie. And I don't know if that was the goal of the movie, but that's just how my interpretation of the movie is, that I don't think Jack Nicholson's really a werewolf in that movie.
Actually a werewolf.
Not actually a werewolf.
Right.
I think he's just a man at the end of his rope, and he's going feral, so to speak.
He's definitely on the animalistic side, but that dwells within people.
I'm sure if we talk to the guy that made the movie, he's like, no, he's a werewolf, dog.
No, he's a werewolf, bro.
He's
Silver bullet would have capped his ass.
right. He'd have been dead as shit if you shot him with a silver bullet.
This is fucking rude. What are you, crazy? No. I'm just marking my territory.
I like those movies sometimes where they play with that idea. Like there's the George Romero movie Martin.
Right.
Where, yeah, that's the whole plot with the vampire, is the guy doesn't know if he's actually a vampire.
I'm going to look up some werewolf movies here and see what comes up, because I never remember them. I was at a one of those cheap DVD stores yesterday, and they had, and I should have bought it, but they have their section of not cheap DVDs.
Right.
And in that section was American Werewolf in London in 4K Blu-ray, and I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, but isn't that another Landis movie?
Maybe. I think it might be. And I don't think I'm allowed to watch those.
See, we just had this conversation.
Right. Okay, let's see. Is it... who directed this movie? Yep. All right. Yep. Landis. God damn it.
So you did the right thing. You didn't buy it.
I didn't...
Because he probably would have seen money from that new DVD.
Right. My gut told me maybe I shouldn't do this, and apparently I made the right call.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. Now The Howling. Howling's weird because The Howling came out, and then Howling 2 came out. There was
Sure.
The Howling, and then the second movie was just called Howling 2. They dropped the, and
It's cleaner.
I think they added a subtitle, Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf.
Yeah, Howling 2, Your Sisters. And there's Howling 4 as well, which has got a lot of gratuitous nudity.
Several Howling. But no, nothing beats The Wolfman, 1941. We said 30s, but I'm like, it said 30s vibes, but it was...
They were running out of monsters. They were like, all right, we did Dracula, we did Frankenstein. Frankenstein's even got a bride at this point. All right, I guess we're doing Wolfman.
Right. I liked...
Creature from the Black Lagoon's pretty dope.
I thought Benicio del Toro's version was pretty cool. I thought it was stupid how they explained away his... Everyone else has a British accent in that movie, except...
See, it's teaching you how to get in the crack. And you just never...
I just never learned.
You just never put those skills together. But that one hit me anyway.
Right. I'm in the crack, dog! They explained away Benicio del Toro's accent in the Wolfman remake by saying that
the Anthony Hopkins one?
Yeah, he was raised in America, and that's why he doesn't have an accent. And I go, all right.
I mean, who cares?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Honestly, who cares?
Right, I wasn't going to say anything. You said something. I was having a good time. You kind of took me out of it for a second there.
Well,
because one of the characters says, you don't sound like the rest of us.
You sound like you're from London.
And he goes...
Well, it's like any other like famous actor like that. Like if I'm going to see an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I don't care that he still has the Austrian accent.
Right, it's fine.
You don't need to work that into the script.
I expect it. I expect Del Toro to sound like Benicio del Toro.
I'm already in the movie. They're all wearing makeup. It's all made up. They're wearing costumes. I can deal with the fakeness of it.
Wow, there were a lot of werewolf movies. Tons of them. Ooh, there's a good one. Dog Soldiers is great.
Dog Soldiers is great.
Yeah, that's a cult classic. And you think, like, how is it a cult classic? It came out in 2002. Bro, that was 23 years ago.
Bro, that is almost an antique.
Right. Damn, Wolfman came out in 2010. I didn't realize that 15 years ago. Shit.
And that was before Tom Cruise killed the Dark Universe.
Oh, man. Oh, I was so bummed out.
I've still never seen that Mummy movie because it would break my heart. I used to love the Mummy movies.
Dracula Untold was completely acceptable movie. All right, it ended on a cliffhanger. Charles Dance... Oh, spoiler alert. Charles Dance is Dracula, basically. He's like the head vampire that turns Dracula into Dracula.
Sick.
It ends with like 300, 400 years later or whatever in modern day times. Charles Dance is following around and he says something like, "And let the games begin, Dracula." And then they ended the universe.
Hell yeah.
They completely ended the Dark Universe because Tom Cruise's Mummy fucked everything up. Really dropped the ball, Cruise.
They'll try again.
Yeah, some time will pass. There's some attraction called like Epic Universal right now where they're doing more horror-themed stuff at the theme park. So they're gearing up for something. They're going to have some more Universal monster movies. They have to.
Well, there's
It's not their bread and butter, but it's theirs. They might as well do something with it.
Look, the fact is that these characters are pretty much all in the public domain.
Right.
There's a new Del Toro Frankenstein movie coming to Netflix. There's a new Dracula movie coming. Like, they're not going to stop making these old school monster movies. As far as old school characters.
Right.
How they approach it, I've seen the trailer for the new Del Toro one. It looks like a Guillermo movie. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like Pan's Labyrinth, like Crimson Peak, like that kind of lush, gothic, setting.
You know what it reminds me of the most? Just based on the trailer alone? It reminds me a lot of Wishbone's Frankenstein.
What's the story, Wishbone?
Yes,
Yeah.
the dog.
Yeah, the dog.
Where he plays Frankenstein.
So I'm guessing just the fire will just help me.
Yeah, fire's good. It makes you fast, but a little too fast. See that shit?
Jesus.
Right, it's like, slow down, Nicky. Where's the fire? I am the fire. All right. No, that was the first time I'd seen Frankenstein's story on screen was Wishbone when I was a little kid.
All of my work, all of my research for this thing.
Really?
And
that was your first exposure to
Yeah, man.
was a dog.
I grew up in a very religious household.
Not even
all right?
Not even Frankenweenie.
Not even Frankenweenie. No, of course not. Frankenweenie would never be allowed in our home. Edward Scissorhand was, but not Frankenweenie. Come on. All right.
Incredible.
We're not perverts. But no, Wishbone's Frankenstein was the first time I'd ever seen Frankenstein's story. Mm-hmm. And after I saw that, little kid me was like, I need to go back and try to read these books. I was pretty young. I couldn't read Frankenstein. It was a little too...
Well, Frankenstein's written, 130 years ago or whatever?
Right. But what that did, though, is that it kind of broadened my mind a little bit and said, all right, maybe I just need to start not reading Goosebumps all the time and read more difficult horror. And so I did, and eventually went back and read Frankenstein. And I was glad that Wishbone's Frankenstein, they got it right.
Is the train gonna come?
And the trailer for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, I was like, Wishbone did it. We don't need this.
Wishbone did it better.
We did it. They did it better. They did it more succinctly. I got the gist of it. The monster looked kind of dumb. That's what we all know. We all want to see. We all want to see what the monster looks like.
Did you ever see Castle Freak?
No.
It's sort of a Frankenstein story with I forget his name. We'll put up a picture.
I saw I Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart.
Oh Jesus. No.
I want the sticks. I want to beat people to death with sticks.
I'm not gonna get past this. This is not.
It's impossible, isn't it?
Throwing a little too much shit into this level.
Harvey Keitel's screaming at you. We gotta clean this mess up. You killed a guy.
Still talking about his head boobs.
Is he really self-conscious about it in the movie?
They just make a lot of jokes,
Sure.
I think at one point he gets tassels and stuff.
Why not? You have him. Make him look cool. Get him pierced.
Ridiculous.
Be a rebel.
All right.
All right.
I can do this.
I like how he's like, Earth doesn't look too bad.
I don't want the speed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, just take it easy. You don't need the speed.
Trying to jump over this shit, but see, there's too much stuff.
There's too much stuff. So the electricity won't hurt you if it's not arcing. You can walk through it.
Well, sure.
If it's just
but that swinging
sparkle.
cord too hurts me.
I'm a head and a hand, boy. You're letting me down.
We're getting fucked this round.
Sorry, Devil Daddy. No, but I love a good monster movie. I'm all about it. A friend of mine asked me the other night what my favorite version of the devil was. And
ooh, that's a good question.
yeah, I was like, ooh, solid question. I said, immediately, I was like, oh, Peter Stormare
Really?
in Constantine is my favorite version of the devil.
Son of perdition. Little horn. Most unclean.
I do miss the old name.
Second is Viggo Mortensen in Prophecy, where he's like,
God is love. I don't love you.
Okay.
it's fine. But I thought it was cool. What about you? You got a favorite devil?
Probably the robot devil from Futurama. He's pretty great.
Give me back my hands! These things are always touching me in places.
Yeah, they get around. Castellaneta does a really
Unexpected.
good-
I was not I should have been more clear. Like, who's your favorite actor that portrayed him? And you would have been like, the guy that voiced the robot devil in Futurama.
Dan Castellaneta.
Is that more specific for you? Unexpected. I'm glad I asked you that. But anyway, no. Do you have a completely? You'll always be down to watch it monster movie. The one that you will always be okay with somebody putting on and be like, let's say you stumble upon it on a streaming service and you're like, yeah, all right, I'll kill an hour and a half with this one.
Monster movie, probably The Thing.
Sure.
Or if you want to go like back, probably the original Dracula or Bride of Frankenstein. I love those.
Yeah, all right.
Those are big comfort movies for me.
My comfort movie for monster movies is basically the Avengers of the Monsters, which is the Monster Squad from 1987.
Yeah, Monster Squad rules.
Monster Squad's fucking cool.
You know, it's a great double feature with like Fright Night. Fright Night's good like that too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love things that play with the genre itself because like they both kind of comment on chiller theater and like the fandom around horror, you know. I like that kind of stuff. God, we are not gonna get out of the fucking subway
No,
station.
man, I got 2 life nuggets left. That's it. I don't want the fire. I don't want to go fast. I just want to take my time, get it done, avoid the rats, avoid the electricity, avoid the active power line. Jesus, it's horrifying. I've never been down the subways before, but I don't think it's like this. Surely not.
I mean,
look at his walk.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the fun stuff. It's the silly little things that they put in.
So they went all style on this game. They forgot to make a game.
There's like, throw a bunch of shit on there.
They'll be fine. Nobody's gonna play this thing anyway.
Like, I don't know, this level's a little bit hard. Yeah, but look at his walk cycle.
All of a sudden I'm fast. I don't want to be fast. Watch
right.
out for that. All right, I'm gonna watch out for it.
Fucking watch.
Get ready. You say so. Shit.
On real high alert here.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, we're dead.
Son of a bitch.
Just awful.
Ugh.
Just awful. Steep learning curve on this game. Steep.
I've enjoyed talking monsters with you though.
I didn't realize this was a Souls-like.
Oh, it's been good
I'm
talking.
always down to talk monsters. You know me.
I want to watch the Peeping Tom thing again. Okay. We're gonna end this episode with Kevin Nealon. We don't know if it's Kevin Nealon or not, but it's probably Kevin Nealon.
No, he's the one with boobs.
That's the guy?
No, that's Kevin Nealon. Kevin Nealon's
see.
the one with boobs on his head, I believe.
Okay.
The guy with the ram.
An image that I can't put on the screen.
The guy with the ram's horns, that's Sean Hunter's dad from Boy Meets World.
Incredible.
Remember the one I was telling you he was in Waterboy
That's
too? I always forget that
hilarious.
actor's name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Got my handy cam out. I'm ready to go. Is he on the phone too? Can't believe this game came out in Game Boy Color. Because you know some child somewhere was like, Mom, let me get Little Nicky. And she's like, God, get off my fucking case. And then she just got it for the little shithead. And then he's corrupted. Congratulations, Mom. Way to go.
See, you can put that picture up.
All right, yeah, I can put that up. That's good. All right.
You might watch Little Nicky later today.
Like to pretend we're a horny little weirdo, huh? What? What are you talking about? Welcome to hell.
They got a lot of really good music jokes in Little Nicky too.
My favorite Welcome to Hell bit is still the movie called From Hell. And a guy is in hell and he goes up to like a Pizza Hut Taco Bell. And he's like,
all right, we'll have a pizza with extra cheese, please.
There ain't no pizza. You can have a chalupa, burrito, churro.
Now, it does say Pizza Hut Taco Bell.
Yeah. Welcome to hell.
and that's his torture.
That's the whole bit.
It's fucking hilarious. All right, we're going to get out of here. This has been fun. I'm glad this game exists.
And you can all go to hell.